Welcome in, everybody, to the Game Talk with Ty podcast, where perspective and passion is met with insight. As usual, I'm your host, Ty, sitting alongside my co-host, Shad, as usual. How we feeling today, man? It's been a long
Good,
time
y'all.
since we was able to get out here.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Long time coming. God is good. Had to get some things situated. But hey, come on, we got another one cooking for y'all. We
We
got some
definitely
interesting
do.
topics today. So let's
We
get it.
definitely do. Yeah, we've been going for a minute, and I personally like to apologize for that. But as Shah was saying, we had some personal things to get settled out. I mean, my co-host had a birthday too, so happy
Yeah.
birthday, happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
I
November.
mean, it was a lot of personal things that happened for us, but we just excited to be back. But as usual, this podcast is where we debate some of the hottest topics, the latest news, statistics, player performances, all of that into one, but it comes from a real two devoted, passionate sports fans, and we're just gonna give you that great insight coming from sports fans, man. That passion, that fire, and as usual, you're gonna get a little laugh here and there. With that being said, let's get into the first topic of the day.
Sure.
Now we're gonna talk. What you think? We starting with LeBron. We want to talk about
Gotta
LeBron
start with the
first.
king. The king is back. The king
The
is
king
back.
is back. Yes,
Came back with
the
a
king
little
has returned.
quick little triple dub. Quick little triple dub. He basically came back. It was like, no. Let me catch up to y'all. Y'all continue to play exactly the way y'all playing. And that's how it looked like he was going about that game versus the Jazz. Like, y'all, let me
Yeah, I
catch.
mean,
Y'all playing amazing. Keep going. Because y'all giving a lot of the doubters. People was like, all right, Luke and Bron and this, all the doubts, all the Laker talk. They was like, but they on a little roll right now. It's not like they losing a lot of games. They're on the other side. They're on the positive side, but winning most. Bron came back. It was versus the Jazz. Jazz is okay. They have Louis Marketing, who's also cooking. Nobody's talking about, but it's the Jazz. It is what it is. But we ain't gonna disrespect them like they're not another NBA professional team. They were gelling. The Lakers offense was like this all night with buckets. All night. Passing across. It looked beautiful out there. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm not even, I ain't no Lakers fan. I'm Kevin Durant. I'm rooting for the Rockets because he on the team. But watching the Lakers, I was like, I had nothing to say. I ain't gonna hold you. I had nothing to say.
I mean, like I said, we could get into it for real. I think there's been a lot of discourse around LeBron James and how he was going to fit in with this Lakers squad and fit in with Luka and fit in with Austin Reeves. And
Yeah.
I heard Paul Pierce, a lot of discourse around LeBron is going to mess up the chemistry. Like they got to trade LeBron. He got to come off the
Well, Paul
bench. He got to
Pierce,
do all this
you
different
know,
type of stuff.
Paul Pierce when it comes to LeBron. He a little hater. So some
Oh,
things
yeah,
he
but
be saying about
listen,
Bron and be like, all right, that's a fact. But most things I'd be like, all right, you still the truth. You one of my favorites, especially to watch when you was on the Celtics. But Bron is Bron. Stop giving him the negative talk because KG is always on Bron's side. Like, nah, P, you bugging P, nah. But Paul Pierce, this one thing Paul Pierce is right about far as his criticism. He has had better, games versus LeBron. But we know the difference in careers. We know the difference in
I
careers.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. Don't say it's like
he
Paul
wasn't
Pierce,
my.
be a critic, but don't say too much because it's still King James. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he wasn't the only one though. It was a lot of discourse
No, it
around
was
LeBron James.
everybody,
Whether
literally everybody.
I ain't even point out. I ain't even no literally. I ain't even point out his biggest hater. That being Stephen A. Smith. But I just feel like what LeBron James came and showed the world was, as usual, is LeBron James is not only good at basketball, but he's in my opinion, the GOAT. And it's not whether or not he could adjust his game. It's more so why wouldn't you think he could? Like he's shown you
You heard
multiple
what he
different
said?
versions of his game.
You heard what he said after the game?
Go ahead.
He was like,
Oh yeah, Yeah, of
He
course.
basically said, I'm LeBron James. Well, I could fit anywhere, and he really can. Two
Why
players
would exactly.
2 players that I really feel like can fit anywhere, you know who I'm about to say, KD and LeBron. You put them anywhere, the team is title contenders now. You put Bron and KD anywhere, title
Nah, I
contenders,
agree.
like anywhere.
I feel like,
If Bron was in Charlotte on the Hornets, him and LaMelo, title contenders. I don't care what nobody say.
he'll raise the floor. He'll raise the floor for sure. Nah, I feel like we were overly critical of LeBron James, or trying to be overly critical of his fit with the Lakers, and I feel like we were just diving too much into a non-story. Like, we're talking about one of the greatest players in general, whether he has the ball or he doesn't have the ball. He's a great cutter, terrific off the ball cutter. His catch and shoot 3% has been over 40% for the last couple years. So it's not even like you can't put him out there to space the floor because he's on his catch and shoot threes, right?
Mhm.
You talk about one of the greatest facilitators, right? And I'm talking about being whether he's the primary ball handler or you put him in the secondary action. He can facilitate. He can find his teammates. You're
Yeah.
talking about a great defender, right? We might not consider him the best defender just due to his age right now, but you mean to tell me in stretches LeBron can't get you stops? Which I feel like he can. And we're talking about, with him transitioning to playing more of the four, playing more of the power forward these days, you're talking about one of the better positional rebounders, one of the better defensive rebounders at his position over the course of his career. So I just feel like the overstatement of whether LeBron would fit alongside LeBron, Luca, and Austin
Yeah.
Reeves is insane. We saw it for stretches. The craziest thing is, it's like Luca is just being added to this team, and AR wasn't on the team. Like, we saw this last year. It was very successful over that stretch in the regular season, helping them get to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference to secure the playoff spot that they did. So I feel like we over exaggerated. And then also too, you look at LeBron James and how much Austin Reeves, for one, has benefited from playing. It's not like Austin Reeves just got to the Lakers. Austin Reeves has been with the Lakers his
Yeah.
whole entire career, and his game has grown leaps and bounds every year playing with LeBron James. So it's like, if anything, nobody's game really has to adjust. They Austin Reeves has taken another step,
Mhm.
which now you could trust him even more than you did last year with the ball in his hands and making decisions,
Yeah,
right?
really.
You could put Austin Reeves in stretches, he can be your primary scorer, and he showed us that when LeBron and Luca was out dealing with their own injuries. So I just feel like not only is this Laker team, not only is LeBron's fit being overly critical, overly analyzed. Like, come on, man. LeBron James, number 1 scorer all time. Probably by the end of his career, be number 2 all time in assists. I think his game can adjust perfectly in any system. Clearly, he's showing you that. The only player, by the way, I don't want to be the stats guy, numbers guy. The only player, by the way, that for his career technically has a triple double in points, rebounds, and assists with his 50,000 points, his 13 plus thousand assists and counting, his 11,000 plus rebounds. So I feel like appreciate greatness. Stop being critical. We ain't talking about Carmelo Anthony at the end of his prime. We talking about the greatest player of all time. Of course he was going to figure it out.
25
Go
years.
ahead. Go ahead.
25 years. That no, you're right with everything you just said, but don't be delusional that it's been 25 years. That's all. That's all. His greatness, longevity. He's the greatest 38 and up player. Fucking 40. They was bringing up greatest 48. I mean, greatest 40-year-old. No, he's the greatest 37, 38 player in up. To be honest, but it did take 25
To be
years.
honest, you might want to drop that a little bit. He the greatest 35 and up. And not
30.
25 yet. 23 and counting. 23 and counting.
That's another topic for another day. But most likely, yeah, most likely. He's got to do my due diligence,
20.
How how old is Stephen Curry? Not the saying that
Hey,
Stephen
all I'm
Curry would be
saying
better,
is,
but how old is Stephen Curry? Do you know offhand? I don't know. That's one thing I know because Stephen Curry. Don't forget.
Wildin'?
I said how old is Stephen Curry? Because don't forget Stephen Curry been around for some years too. Is his ass greatest
Stephen
shooter
Curry,
of all
what is,
time?
what is Steph, like 37 now? 36, 37?
Have to be because I'm like He's still what he do the other night? 6. I'm like, all right, come on now. Yeah, you're right. 37. 37 years old, still cooking like that.
You know what I would say about LeBron is that
Uh-huh.
minus did you see that stretch in the fourth quarter where he had about like 6 assists in a row? Right? It
Yeah.
was just beautiful pass after beautiful
Still a
pass.
hater. Yeah, that's it.
Facilitate. Listen, we always lamented LeBron for being like a pass first guy,
Mhm.
but we always say he's a scorer that likes to pass, right? We always talk about that if he had it his way, he would go out and just be the facilitator. LeBron is finally, in my opinion, I mean, it took him forever to get here, but like over the course of like these final years of his career, I feel like this is the role he was looking to try to be in for like the last 10 years. If you really realize, like, he tried to push Kyrie Irving to be his number one, but we all know Kyrie left Cleveland, whatever. Then when he
Yeah.
got to the Lakers, he kept trying to push AD to be his number one, to be the number one. Like, you're the best player. It's your team. Pushing AD into that role. Now playing with a guy like Luka, right? You don't have to tell Luka to be aggressive. You don't have to tell Luka it's his team. No,
Yeah, all you
it's
gotta say is
Luka's.
give him the ball and get out the
Give him the
way.
ball. Literally, give him the ball and watch Luka work. So I feel like just off of that, which is why this rhetoric around whether it'll work or not is stupid, because I feel like LeBron has been wanting this for years. And now you add in the fact that you have Austin Reeves. By the way, low key probably should be the Lakers. I guarantee going to get 2 All-Stars. Probably should have 3. Austin Reeves is playing that well. So it's just a bonus. It's just a bonus to have Austin Reeves playing the way that he's playing, because now not only on nights where, I'm 41, I don't want to be having to feel like I have to go out and get 30 for us to win. Okay, I got Luka. Even better. Now, if I really do want to just sit back and be the team points, 12 assist guy, I have Austin Reeves. So it just feels like he's finally in position to where he can really play, but still low manage throughout the
Yeah,
season. So
that's
now
nice.
I get a fully fresh version of LeBron in the playoffs. Yeah, I think this Lakers team got a shot. I ain't going to say they're the best team, but I think they got a chance. They have a shot.
Yeah, all
And
good and dandy.
that's literally,
I guess I used to say it's still early. When you start hitting the 20,
think
25
about
game mark, that's when you start really okay. We know what we got
But think about
fully.
this. Think about this. Think about this, right? They playing this well, right? Their bench scoring is next to nothing if, Jake LaRavia or Marcus Smart don't give them a random night where they want to play well. They don't get a lot of production off their bench, right? That's for starters. They're the 24th best 3-point shooting team in the league. So it's not even like they have snipers on the team. I mean, outside of Jake LaRavia, really don't have shooters like that either. So it's just like they have obvious limitations in my opinion, but
Hmm.
they're still 11-4 on the year. And they did all of this without LeBron James. And in some stretches, they did this without LeBron and Luka. So whatever they got going over there, they got something. They got the makings to be a pretty decent team. Now, I still do think they need to make a couple additional moves, tweaks here and there. If they could get somebody at the trade deadline, go do
No,
it.
they
Because I
have
do
to,
think
but
this team has a shot to win.
they have to, but they're not going to do it because if you think the Lakers is making it far in the playoffs, and we all know
I
why
got them right now, as presently constructed, I got them as a second round team. Second round team. I think they
right
get out the
now,
first. I don't think
presently
they go past
constructed,
second round though.
I got them game 6, game 7 out the first round. Because you know why?
Really?
We saw it
Really?
in Phoenix. That's all I'm gonna say. We saw it in
You going
Phoenix.
to
Who was
you gonna
standing
talk
out?
about
Who was standing on the sideline watching Jokic continuously keep going up, and get a rebound? Yo, he's just not aggressive mentally. Him and Ron gonna have to literally throw hands like, come on, throw them shits, because there's no way you're gonna get
now?
him to mentally be on the same page. Austin Reeves,
I
Luca,
would
and Brian gonna be ready. Aiden, I was like, break my finger. He's not gonna do nothing. He's gonna sit there. He's gonna be scared
you
as
know
hell.
you,
Go ahead.
usually I would agree with you. Usually I would agree with you, right? You all know specifically I did not like the DeAndre Ayton pickup just because of off of how he plays
Yeah,
it,
what
his
you about to say?
mentality.
Yeah, keep
I
going.
did not like the pickup.
Huh?
But I would be critical. I like the way he's playing this year, bro. I like the way he's playing this year. I'll be honest with you. Listen,
We like the way he
listen,
played during the regular season too with the Phoenix Suns. We like that shit too. He was cooking, some games during the regular season. But I said the playoffs. Wait till the playoffs, and you shall
listen
see.
though. Listen, they haven't obviously we will all see
Yo,
it.
this
They
guy
haven't
is
played.
really
They
talking
haven't
about.
played. Listen.
Don't be that
No,
fan.
no, no,
Don't
no, no,
be
no.
that
No,
fan.
listen.
He ain't doing shit.
Listen.
He not gonna do
Listen.
nothing. That's the funny
Listen.
part. That y'all fight to really try to explain how DeAndre Ayton was an excellent move for the Lakers to make. Oh my God, we got DeAndre Ayton
I
and
you know
hell no.
Nah, I didn't like I didn't like that move when they picked up Aiton. But what I will say, we haven't played Denver yet. I'm saying we like I'm a Lakers fan. For preference, I'm a LeBron fan, not a Lakers fan. So Lakers haven't played the Nuggets yet. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen what that matchup looks like in a
You
Lakers uniform,
want me to tell
right?
you it's gonna look
Do
like?
I think we have no.
5,
Listen. Do I think
16, and 18. It's gonna look like Joker. That's what it's gonna look like. Simple as that. I mean, what Shaq say? Barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken.
Do I
And
think we
and
have the
and from
bodies? Do I
experience,
think we have the
from
bodies?
experience, I would say wait till the playoffs. From experience, I seen that motherfucker night by night in Phoenix, giving KD and Devin Booker headaches, like you visibly see it on the court. He arguing about rebounds with Devin Booker. Your center is arguing with the shooting guard about rebounds. Think about that. Like what? But I digress. Go ahead.
No, all right. This isn't me defending DeAndre Ayton, right?
Uh-huh.
By all means, I'm not defending him. I'm just acknowledging that he has started the season. He's off to a good start in the Lakers uniform. I didn't like the first game, but ever since that first game, he's really been consistent. He's giving effort. He's rebounding.
Yeah.
He's giving us points. And the only reason why I say it's different in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Ayton has never played with the level of facilitators that he's playing with right now. He has 3 guys. And arguably, I mean, low key want to throw Austin Reeves in this too, but I'm for sure putting LeBron and Luca in the top 5 facilitators in the league.
Time out. Time out. He's not the two people I'm about to. Well, Devin Booker is, but he played with a Devin Booker. He played with a Chris Paul. I'm not talking about their game, but
Listen,
if you want to bring up straight facilitating, you're seeing it. You're seeing it. I just can't wait to the playoffs. I'm gonna text you every night. I'm like, so
that's
question
a
mark.
different Ayton though. You know what? You're right. I actually forgot Chris Paul was on the team. I forgot.
Yeah,
You know what? You made a good point. I forgot
point
Chris
guard
Paul was
with
on the
them.
team.
The
I
one of
take that back.
one of the important reasons why they
I take
got to
that
the
back.
finals that year. Point guard. Come on now.
I take that back. You're right. You know what? I take it back. You made a good point. I
Let
digress.
the
What? He has 3 guys. 3 guys though. 3 guys that can give him the ball. So that's why I say it's different. I do want to see the matchup with Joker. I do want to see what that looks like in the Lakers uniform before I say anything in regards to that. But the way it's going, we might not have to play a Denver team till the second round. By all means, I'm cool with it. I'm just saying Lakers have a chance. Not saying they're gonna win a championship. Not even saying they can get to the conference finals. I'm saying
uh-huh.
as presently constructed, they have a chance. Because I think
I
Luca
know.
right now, in my opinion, Luca right now is arguably the best offensive player in the game right now. And I just leave it there.
Hey, you ever seen a Freddy Krueger movie or a Jason movie? You saw them right back.
Yeah.
It,
Yes.
you gonna see a lot of slaughter and what what did he say? A lot of soul singing and flower bringing.
Listen. I promise you, I have nothing to worry about in that matchup. Well, I have a lot to worry about. Let me rephrase that. I have a lot to worry about.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
We go
will say,
we go after the game. They're gonna show the highlights and the song that they need to have in the background while the highlights playing. Day after day seems like a dream.
hey, it's all good though. I mean, we'll see. I ain't boasting the Lakers. I just said they have a chance. I ain't saying they gonna do anything. I said they
The
got a
chance
chance.
A chance to get another center at the deadline. That's what they got a chance to do. Don't waste Bron last year's. But I digress. Let's just get to the next topic because we could go on and on about that.
No, we could.
Let's talk about the Rockets and how some people are speculating did Kevin Durant unlock them because they got bounced out a little bad last year. You know, there was a good team leading on into the playoffs. When the playoffs hit, it just seemed like they didn't know what to do at times on the court. What you think? Do you think Kevin Durant expanding everybody's horizons and opening up
Uh
the court more?
I would say he gives a stabilizing force as far as like if I give KD the ball, I know what he's gonna do with the ball. I know that his first instinct is to score. Now, what I will say about the team in general, right? This is really outside of the KD lens of it all.
Uh huh.
I really do like the job Ime Udoka is doing with the Rockets. Honestly, I really do.
Real.
I like the pieces. I like what they got going over there. I feel like we had the conversation in an earlier podcast episode about the need of a point guard for them, which I still do think is a need
Yeah,
for
me
them.
too. I agree.
But I really do. But with the way they've played, do think like putting the ball in Sengun's hands and allow him to initiate offense, putting the ball in Amin Thompson at times hands to allow him to initiate offenses has been very effective for them. And not for nothing, we you remember that first episode where we knocked Reed Shepard? And I'm not gonna lie, kid, the brothers responded. The brothers responded. I like the way he's played this year.
Even if he was on the Lakers with Bron, when you have a superstar power that's giving you confidence like that and is getting in your face saying you a dog, kill them niggas, you that game by game, it gives you the confidence to start balling out. Now it seemed like he making every three he put up now. Literally, like in them first couple of games, it was like, all right, yeah, we need to find somebody else because Reed ain't it. Now Reed out there diving for loose balls, trying his best to get rebounds. I'm like, yo, what did KD do to him mentally? Or did he hear everybody saying how, yeah, you got bodied the whole game? The first game opening night versus OKC, he was getting thrown around like a rag doll. I ain't gonna hold you. It was like Jazz from Fresh
I
Prince.
think
Yeah. Like, damn, go lift something. Just go lift at halftime. While everybody the halftime show was something. Cause that ain't it.
I think personally, nah, you're right. The way he's responded on the court for the most part has been really a pleasant watch. They just his answer, like I said, they keep trying to pigeonhole him at the point guard position, which coming out of college, I never thought he was a good point guard. I never thought he was going to be able to play the point guard position, right? I think he could do it in stretches, but I think his natural position was going to always be that off the ball shooter, secondary
Yeah.
playmaker type
And that's
guard,
okay.
which I think yeah, it fits him better in my opinion. And
Yeah.
you saw it in the first game a little bit, right? Where they had him be the primary ball handler at times, and you saw what his immediate response to pressure was when OKC was trapping full court with full court pressing. He immediately came down the floor, looked for his shot, didn't even make a pass. His immediate response to pressure was, "Let me dribble through it, let me get to a shot, let me try to take it." Which is not a bad thing per se. I'm not knocking him, but I'm just saying as a lead guard, it was at times in that OKC game he didn't even know. Like, all right, it's crunch time in the fourth quarter. OKC's making a little bit of a comeback, right? Which they did eventually win the game. So I shouldn't say a little comeback, but they were making a comeback. Where's KD or where's Sengun? Right? I got to get either one of them the ball because at that point in the game, my best players have to touch the ball, and I feel like Reed Shepard didn't have a great understanding of that, which now you see him playing with a little bit more confidence. But this is also why I wanted the Rockets to play him more last year, is because you could get to go through these growing pains, these up and down the moments, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that was one of the moments that he could have learned from if he played a little bit more as a rookie. He didn't. It's unfortunate, but I really do like the way he's bounced back. Like you said, he's playing with more confidence. I think it does help when the best players on the team are pushing you like, yo, you a dog. Like, go play a game. Like, and you see it. You see it more on the court, more confidence, even confidence in his shot. We all know he can shoot. That
Yeah,
OKC game probably told you something different, but we all know the kid can play. Like the kid can play. I just think it was a matter of confidence for him. But still do think the need for a point guard is ever the more evident, right? You still do need a lead guard because there's gonna be times in the playoffs where you just need a guy capable of making better decisions.
yeah.
I do think they need to go get no get need to go get a lead guard.
Right about that. Yeah, already know how I feel. That's my squad currently because of Kevin Durant. But yeah, he been knocking it down, and people better not sleep on Jabari Smith Jr. either. He's gotten new confidence, and I got it was a source that I saw online that over the summer he was working out with KD with Chet, so that was beneficial as well.
Now you right
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
You absolutely right about that.
So we gonna see.
I do
Young
like the
boy.
I like the way they looking though. What you think? What's their chances, in your opinion, of getting out the West? Now that the Rockets do have KD.
I wouldn't say finals just yet, but I would say Western Conference Finals. Western Conference Finals. That's what
Conference
I
championship?
yeah, definitely. I really feel as though it could be
That's
them.
fair. That's fair.
I feel as though it could be
That's fair.
them versus OKC or them versus the Nuggets or who knows, them versus the Lakers. You never know. Especially the way Luca and
You know,
Reed playing.
speaking of matchups, like I know that the Rockets do play the Nuggets tonight. I'm very curious to see how that matchup looks. I really am interested because I still do think OKC is the best team in the West, hands down. But I think the Nuggets is the second best team in the West. So
I've
I'm
been
really curious
yo,
to see like
I've
this game right
really
here would be a
yeah.
great barometer to tell me how far away they are.
I've been waiting for this game. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. Like we have something going, and if we could take out the Nuggets tonight at 9:30 on Prime Video, oh, that'll be lovely. It'll be lovely going into the weekend. I need that and us to win on Sunday. That's all I need. And you know what I mean, win on
It's
Sunday.
gonna be nice.
Ravens, yeah, because currently constructed, the Rockets is they're a little, they're surprising me because of that little stint Kevin Durant had in Phoenix. That's why it made me a little nervous at first. Like, okay, good on paper, but is it going to jail? But hey, never you
I
see
think
what's going on.
Kevin Durant obviously was the perfect addition for them. Giving up Jalen Green, he was the go-to scorer they were missing in the playoffs. Like they had a go-to scorer, they beat the Warriors, and it wouldn't have taken 7 games to beat the Warriors either. They would have beat the Warriors, but he was clearly the go-to scorer that they were missing. And I think the Kevin Durant addition, it will be perfect. Like I said, I am curious to see what that Nuggets matchup looks like because I do think right now, as presently constructed, the Nuggets is the second best team in the West. So we'll continue to see how that plays out in the West. It's gonna be a logjam for sure. But speaking of the Rockets, I think that perfectly ties into this next topic. Right now, we've heard over the recent couple days about LaMelo Ball requesting a trade.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Maybe we talk about the Rockets in need of a point guard. What you think? How does LaMelo Ball
they
possibly
should be
fit?
the number one team on the phone right now trying to get Lamelo. Either him or I'll go try to get Trey Young. Somebody. You need a point guard of that caliber right now. If we get that, we unlock the different parts of the team that you never seen before or ain't seen in years in the Houston Rockets organization. Yeah, I would be number one on the phone if I'm the GM. I forget his name, but whoever you are, call him. I don't give a damn. Even if you can't get him, you never know. Call him anyway.
You know what? I think for LaMelo, he's a frustrating player to watch at times, right? And I think him requesting a trade isn't shocking just off of how he's played this year. And you could arguably, right? And I don't watch a lot of Hornets games, but the Hornets games that I have checked in on, right? Now you could have also probably seen this coming too, especially with him being benched in the fourth quarter most recently. And shortly after you hear, oh, LaMelo wants to be traded, he's growing frustrated with the organization, whatever, whatever. But arguably, like the way the rookie my Duke brother Han Knippel has played, personal, probably favorite for rookie of the year right now. The way he's played, he's been a revelation, honestly, and in some cases has been the best rookie so far throughout this season, right? That you could say that the Hornets actually may have played better in stretches without LaMelo being on the floor this year. Now, I love him on the Rockets. I just don't know the idea of it. I don't know if I'm in love with the idea of it more than I am the actual player, right? So LaMelo is one of the most frustrating decision makers that gets the opportunity to play with the ball as much as he does, right? His
Yeah.
assists are down this year. He's shooting 38% from the field. Last time I checked, he's shooting 28% from three. Turnovers are way high. Like, I don't know if it's just a product of what the Hornets are as a team,
Hmm.
but you put him with a coach like Ime Udoka, who's going to hold him accountable. I like the fit. I do like the fit. I don't know. His trade market, right? I'll put him in that. You know how we was talking about Ja the last podcast episode,
Hmm.
right? Now, if you would have gave me LaMelo 2 years ago, I'd have been like, I could work with that, right? It's just this version of Melo, right? Because to me, yeah, he is a playmaker. He does look to pass, but I still think he looks for his shot too much, and he takes a lot of dumb shots, a lot of ill-advised shots. Again, I don't know if that's a product of him playing with the Hornets and the Hornets just being a bad team. So you have, you know, the opportunities to chuck shots the way that you chuck shots.
Yeah.
I would like to see him with a coach that's going to hold him a little bime more accountable for sure. So Ime Udoka would be a perfect fit for me. But as a sneaky team, not gonna lie, as a sneaky team, I do like it with the Heat. We play fast anyway. We get up and down. I can see that working in Miami. I don't know. I don't know how our relations is with Charlotte, considering the Terry Rozier trade and how they kind of like
You
went up
gotta
to us and held
say,
some news out for us.
nah, you have to say, without being biased,
That's
you
that's
just,
not
you just,
biased.
you
I
just
think,
told the, nah,
bro.
you
I
just told
think
the fans, I'm not a, well, let me correct that. I'm not a LeBron fan. I mean, I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm really a Miami Heat fan. You know, it's a sneaker team that I can really see him with. No cat. I still the Heat.
no. I like the fit. Listen, hear me out though. The style of
Yes, sneaker high. Fuck a sneak.
no,
No,
I'm
he's
telling
not.
you,
His
the fit. Look
personality
at it. Look at
His
as presently
personality won't fit over
constructed.
there. That's the on a serious note, his personality won't fit over there. Oh,
We
him,
said
Pat Riley and Eric
we say that. Whoa, time out, brother. We say that about a lot of guys. We say that about a lot of guys. Until you get down in South Beach, we don't know who fit, what works, what does what. I tell you one thing, right? He get down to Miami, that South Beach culture, he gonna love it.
yeah,
He gonna love it. All we do is play ball.
all
At
that
the end of the
scattered
day,
ass on the
we know
beach,
he likes to play basketball.
doing all them good strip clubs,
No,
scattered
he ain't gonna.
ass.
Whoa.
LaMelo Ball.
We ain't even going. Listen. You come down to Miami, we ain't even going to introduce him to that life, right? We ain't even going to take him to that. You know, we gonna lock him in the gym. We're gonna make him a better decision maker. We're gonna make him a better overall player, right? Think about it this way: Davion Mitchell averages like almost 8 assists a game right now for the Heat. Put LaMelo in Davion Mitchell's same position with the same opportunity to get downhill and play make the way LaMelo can play make at times. I personally think, and we play fast. I think it's a match made in heaven. We like to shoot threes. Like we ain't really navigating ball screens like that either. It's just an attack system. I like it in Miami. I really do. I like Houston. I like Miami more. That's just my opinion on it. I like Miami more.
I wonder why you like Miami more. I really wonder why. But I guess that's your pick. I guess those are your picks, and it is what it is. But you know damn well y'all are good over there with Mitchell. Y'all are good. Y'all don't really need LaMelo. Like, other teams. I wouldn't even bring up the Rockets. There's other teams that could also use him. To be honest, it's not just the Rockets and the Heat. It's honestly other teams that could also use them in the same way we think. You know, it could be done in organizations that we favor. But hey, who knows? But let's get into some NFL. We're talking about the NBA for a little bit. Let's get into some NFL. Because we got to talk football. Let's talk about the AFC and the two teams I'm about to bring up. Speculation that they might not make the playoffs. I really doubt it. And Lamar Jackson and Baltimore Ravens and Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, but they're both currently 5-5 right now.
I
Like
mean,
we're both of those teams that I just mentioned are in the hunt. which is crazy. What? No, both
I mean,
2 times.
let's talk about it. Let's
It's
talk about it. Let's get into it.
I mean, we on a little winning streak right now. I expect us to win all our games leading into the playoffs. I expect us to lose one of the Steelers games because I don't know. I feel like they're gonna take one of those games for some reason. But I really feel like we can make it to the playoffs. But as far as the Chiefs, I don't know. The beginning first half of their schedule was all the easy squads. Now they're hitting good caliber teams that's on their level and it's low key exposing them in a way.
Here's what I will say about the playoffs, right? I'm looking at the standings right now, right? And just watching. I mean, circumstances probably it's crazy to even say like circumstances,
Hmm.
but no, like going into the year, I don't think at least me and you, wouldn't have had Buffalo in the 6th seed, Kansas City and Baltimore 9 and 10 respectively in the AFC. It's been interesting to see. Maybe it's a little bit of a changing of the guard of who the best teams are. Maybe Denver, maybe the Colts, maybe the Patriots. I don't know. But no, in all reality, I'm never betting against Patrick Mahomes until the last game of the season. And it's a guarantee he don't get in the playoffs. That's the only way you'll ever see me say Patrick Mahomes don't have a chance at making the playoffs. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, not only do they have a chance to make the playoffs, not only do I expect them to make the playoffs, I expect them to win their division. Aaron Rodgers is hurt for the Steelers. They only got you by one game. They really couldn't take advantage of Lamar being hurt for the 3-4 games that he missed.
Yeah.
Ravens is 5-5. Steelers is 6-4. You have yet to play the Steelers this season. Means you got two more games coming up with the Steelers to decide that. And
Exactly.
depending on how long Aaron Rodgers is out with his injury, it's no way that Lamar Jackson and the Ravens aren't as crazy as that sounds. There's no way Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are not winning the AFC North.
Yeah.
And after that start, shout out that team for figuring something out on defense. Because after that start to the season, it's remarkable that they're even in that position right now. But
For
just
real.
going back to the Chiefs, right? They got a huge, I mean, monumental game coming up this week. Now, Daniel Jones is crazy. It's crazy to even say Daniel Jones is missed practice Thursday. Still don't know if he's gonna play come Sunday, and that might be the reason why I give it to the Chiefs, just because Daniel Jones can't play. As a Giants fan, that is a crazy statement to say. It just works wonders how well people play when they don't have to suit up for the Giants anymore. But
Yeah.
with
Absolutely.
the Colts coming into town, listen, the Colts coming into town, I don't know. Daniel Jones figures out a way to play with the way they're playing as a team. Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, should be MVP of the league with how well he's playing. The defense, it's hard for me the way the Chiefs have played this year. It's
Hmm.
hard for me to see outcomes of them winning this game. Like, you know how last year we was like, oh, the Chiefs keep winning all these close games, these one-score games, and boom, boom,
Yeah.
some way, somehow they found their way
Luck.
in the Super Bowl.
Magic.
Yeah, this year they're losing. Yeah, this year they're losing. They're losing all their one-score games, right? And that's part of the reason why they're 5-5. So it's just like the Colts coming into town. So yeah, you got the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, right? That's a tough game in Dallas, in Jerry's world, right? I do like obviously the way CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens has been playing this year, balling out. The defense looks well improved, but I'm not gonna say too much about that because they did play the Raiders, and
Yeah.
that's a train wreck of a team. So Williams, the additions, they look solid. Logan Wilson, they look solid, right? So that could be a tough game. Both teams really fighting for the playoffs that game, right?
Yeah.
Could go either way with the way the Chiefs are playing, but I do expect them to beat the Cowboys. It's just then you got the Texans at home, and we saw what the Texans just did to Josh Allen on Thursday Night Football, right?
That was
That
unexpected.
defense is for real. That defense is serious. They're the number one defense in the league for a reason, right? And then once you get through that gauntlet, you have the Chargers, right?
Hmm.
That game go either way. You get a cupcake in the Titans, but then you finish out with having to play the Broncos again. We just saw what happened to them last week, losing to the Broncos, and that defense and what they were able to accomplish. And how they were able to frustrate Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know. I don't know whether or not I have them going to the playoffs because realistically, to make the playoffs in the AFC, right? Just judging off the standings, right? They don't own the tiebreaker with Jacksonville because they lost to Jacksonville. So it's another team that they're gonna be fighting with position with. I mean, that Houston game is gonna be huge, 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 right? But then you still, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to bet against Patrick Mahomes because he's still Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. I do have the Chiefs sliding into the playoffs some way, somehow. How they get there, I don't know. Like I said, they don't have the tiebreaker with Buffalo right now, and the Chargers just beat them earlier in the season. So right now the Chargers is up 1-0 on them, so they wouldn't have the tiebreaker with the Chargers either. Like they obviously don't have a shot to win the division unless you have an all-time collapse by the Broncos. I don't even see that happening.
Yeah.
But that wild card spot is going to be a little difficult. That wild card spot is going to be a very interesting race, to say the least. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll
I
see.
agree.
But if it does come down to the last game and you asking me to bet against Patrick Mahomes, I won't do it. I will never do that.
Yeah.
So right now I do have the Chiefs going in the playoffs.
Okay, okay. You know, I got my Ravens going. So I just wanted to hear your insight and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear your top performer.
Give me a quick position.
What? On
No,
what?
before we get to that, just give me a quick prediction on who your 7 teams are going to be for the playoffs for the AFC.
For my
You
my
know, you got to
seven,
go with your 4 division winners. You got to give me 3 wild cards. Yes.
I ain't
Off
gonna
the
give you
top.
seven because I don't give a damn about them. I give you three. I give you that. That's gonna make the playoffs.
Anybody can give me 3.
Yeah,
Anybody can give me 3.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it made
all
the
the other
playoffs.
teams is out in the first round. That's why I'm giving you three. These three teams, I'm gonna give you three instead of seven. Because if you go, I'm sitting here be thinking and all that and Bills, Chiefs, Ravens.
You gonna go chalk? You think all 3 of them get in?
Yeah.
All 3 teams get in.
Yep.
Bills, Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Since
We'll see during
since
playoffs.
you're afraid to go against the green, I guess I'll give my 7. Right? I got Denver. No order, by the way. I go division by division first. The division winners and then my wild cards.
Uh-huh.
Denver in the AFC West, of course. I got the Patriots in the AFC East, of course. I have the Colts winning the South. I got the Ravens winning the North, right? And then as my wild cards, right? I actually got Houston. I think that defense is for real. And the way that offensive line has improved, I think they can sneak in and get a wild
I
card
want
spot.
them to get a redemption game versus the Chiefs. I really want them to get one versus the Chiefs. A playoff game, the Texans versus the Chiefs.
I don't know if that's going to. I
Because
don't know because I do
the
got the
refs
Chiefs as
was
a wild
on.
card. I
I
actually
think it
don't
was
have
the
Buff.
I think it was the last year or the year before last. The refs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes like here you go. You too. Hey, remember I said on third down, even if it's close, yeah, need a little extra for that. I swear to God, if he touched my shoulder, I'm gonna look straight at you. I'm like, give you my money. Okay. Because I
It
swear to
wasn't that
God,
bad.
the Texans, yes, they were. The Texans were winning. Meant like it from the beginning, it was like the Texans might take this game. Beep, beep. It was like, so they got next to Patrick. They were like, hey, Pat, flag, flag it, flag it. It's a flag. And I'm like, I'm sitting there watching that game. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. They give Patrick Mahomes anything in the playoffs. Can't keep doing this. And I guess it caught up to the motherfucker because they 5-5 now. All the little sneaky games they was winning last year,
They got benefited.
they can't get them this year. That's all I'm saying. They can't get them this year. But I'm
They got
interested in
benefit in the
seeing.
doubt. So yeah, I
I'm
mean,
seeing the Broncos and the Patriots in the playoffs, even though they're leaving the first round, like I said. But I am still interested in seeing what they will do.
they'll have they'll they'll have home field advantage. Well, at least I have the Patriots right now. I think we'll have the bye. So maybe the Broncos go home first round. We'll see. I don't know. But I do have them making the playoffs. But I do have the Patriots atop the AFC and ultimately having home field advantage throughout. But like I said, I got Houston as a sneaky wild card. I actually don't have Buffalo making the playoffs.
Buffalo's making the
I
playoffs.
have the
That's
Chargers and the Chiefs sneaking
that's a
in.
little absurd to say Buffalo not making the play. You know damn well Buffalo playoffs. If they
We'll see.
lose,
And my
we
my
can't
prediction,
go off
right?
of
I
that
had to go
Texas.
against the green. I'm sorry. You went chalk, right? You went chalk and you put the big three in there. I had to leave one out, right? I had to leave one out. Just off of how they played. Just off of how the season's going.
We shall see. We shall see.
But we'll see. We
Sam.
shall see. We shall see. It's a long season. Still got a lot of games left.
Yeah.
Still shaping up. But I'm gonna be excited to see how things play out. For real, for real. But with that being said, yeah, we get into our top performers. Who you
Now
got this week? Or if you got multiple this week.
I'll go first. I got one guy, but it's a little similar to what we were just talking about. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. Who your top performer?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
My top performers this week, right? Now, it's a lot of different ways you can go with this. A lot of different players you could pick, right? A lot of different guys had a big week, had a big game.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna go with, because I'm gonna keep it close to the heart, right? Because this performance, I think, it's not necessarily a performance from this week. I'm gonna say a performance in totality of the season. I just like the way that they've been playing. I feel like as a fan of the team, I have to give them ultimate shout out. And I'm going Norman Powell from Miami
Okay.
Heat, right? 25
Okay.
points per game, career high in scoring, career high in field goal percentage so far, career high in 3-point percentage so far. Hated the fact that we went this route in the offseason only because I was a big proponent of blowing the whole thing up. But yeah, I had one of the top 3 pick this year. I didn't make any bones about that. Like, I just wanted the Heat to be bad. And Norman Powell has not only played above my expectations, but he's shown me that not only was last year not a fluke, that he's kind of de facto been our number one option a little bit in this new offense that we got. And then his ability to play off the catch, his ability to play off that second side action where you have a driver and you kick out to either Lauren Powell, for the shot, or the way he's been able to attack the closeout, and just been a bucket. He's just instant offense. And honestly, I wasn't familiar with Norman Powell's game until I've gotten a chance to watch it up close and personal.
Mhm.
Brother can hoop. So
Yeah.
shout out to him, honestly, and for the fact that he's been so consistent. And we've done this without Tyler Hero, and for the last couple games, I know Bam just came back, but we was doing this without Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo for the most part. But yeah, I have to give Norman Powell his props because I was not familiar with my brother's game at all as as a decision maker, as just a pure scorer. Honestly, I'm actually he's been watching. I mean, shout out to Eric Spoelstra as well for being the coach that he is, but he's made watching Miami Heat basketball exciting again. And for the last couple years, I don't know if I felt this much joy watching the Heat play. Like, now it's like I look at the schedule, I'm on League Pass, I'm like, yeah, gotta watch my Heat, gotta watch the Heat play. We play today, gotta watch the Heat. And it's been a drag these last couple years being a fan of the Heat and watching them play basketball. So shout out to Norman Powell for, fixing that for me and bringing joy back to watching the Miami Heat for sure. But that's my
Yeah.
top performer.
Okay. Mine is on the NFL defensive side because I used to play in the D line, nose, defensive end, little linebacker in eighth grade, but that's because I lost some weight, and I was like, all right, I could move now. Soon high school hit, I got a little bit bigger again. I was like, God damn it, back to the D line I go. To be honest, last night, Thursday night football, Texas versus the Bills. Will Anderson Jr. with them 2.5 sacks. It was really 3 sacks because you know how they
It was really three
visually.
sacks, yeah.
It was really
Yeah.
3 sacks, but
It was really 3 sacks,
boy, I
yes.
forget his name. Came out of nowhere. I think it was uh Daniel Hunter something.
The Nail Hunter? The Nail
Yeah,
Hunter?
yeah. His last name was Hunter. Nigga just came out of nowhere. Just he the cleanup sack
He fell on top of Allen.
basically.
He fell
Yeah,
on top, yeah.
and they gave him a sack off of that. I'm like, all right, y'all got to justify, tackling a quarterback, which is a sack for a defensive player, especially if he didn't pass the line of scrimmage yet. Because y'all just giving anybody, like, they have one guy down for, I see right now, point 0.5 sack. What's a point 0.5? What you do?
Half sack, baby, half sack. He combined for the sack. What you
If you
mean?
ain't get the sack originally, if you wasn't the main reason why, if you're the main reason why he's going down, you should get the sack. That's how I think they should do it. If you're the main reason why the quarterback is on the way to the ground or why he fell, you should get the sack, not help sacks, not a participation trophy. Nah, we don't need that. We need, you
Fair
know, the
enough.
NFL to do better in that aspect. And I've been wanting that for years, but they ain't gonna change.
No, no. But shout out Will Anderson. Shout out Alabama too.
Alabama,
Alabama Crimson Tide, baby.
you know what I'm saying?
Shout it out, shout it out. But it's not a bad performance. He had a heck of a game. What they get Josh Allen for? 8 sacks last night?
8 sacks.
I gotta tell you, that defense is for real, bro. That defense is
That
for
was
real.
that
But
was horrible.
you got anything else?
Ah, that's
No, it
really
was
it.
horrible.
Just a devastating loss for the Bills last night because I was actually watching that game, which is I don't watch the Bills. Texans maybe, but you know, I was really watching them because the jerseys the Texans had on was for real fly. That all
Fire.
red was fly.
Fire.
Like yeah,
Fire. Oh my God, they were fire.
that all red was
And
tough.
you see they changed the logo too, like on the
Yeah,
field. That
it
was
was just a
fire. It
horn
was
on each
fire.
side. It was just one black
Yeah, it
horn on
was
the
fire.
outfit. Yeah, that's fire. Y'all need to wear this shit in
Uh,
the playoffs. Yeah, that's yeah.
no,
Where
yeah, it was tough.
can we start doing that? Can we wear color
I
rush
don't know
jerseys
if
in the playoffs? Or can we just
I don't know
switch
if you're
it
gonna
up
get
the
that wish.
jersey? The teams
I think
you
that's
know what the
only
Ravens wear in the playoffs? White tops and black bottoms. I know
in
that
black
for a
bottoms. Yeah,
I know that for a fact. You know what the
yeah,
Giants we're in the playoffs. I know every team we're in the playoffs. Giants, white top, gray bottom. The look navy blue with the bottom gray.
gray bottoms.
They wear anything. I don't give a damn. The teams wear anything. And they just since Patrick Mahomes was there, they could put on all white, all black, all red, anything, all gold, yellow, whatever that color is in the emblem. I think it's yellow or gold. But for us, white tops, black bottoms, nothing
Black
else.
bottoms.
I would want to see a game when we got all purple on or black top, white bottom. Like I want to see
I don't
us
think
in
you're gonna
those.
get that wish.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get
I don't
that.
think you're gonna get that wish.
Tyler Huntley got it, but we ain't get it. Lamar was injured versus the Bears.
Nah, yeah. The color rush is primarily a prime time vehicle where they like to bust it out Thursday night football special, you know.
Yeah,
But the jerseys was tough. I ain't gonna lie, the jerseys was tough. I
oh,
fell in
fire.
love watching them with the watching the jersey. Woo, the jersey was fire. I love the design. But yeah, that wraps up another great episode, guys. You know, as always, you know, we appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe.
Sure.
Game Talk with Ty on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Continue to rock with us. Continue to watch, you know, just enjoy the content. We work hard on these episodes. So we just would appreciate if you take the time, give us a watch, give us a
Nah,
like, give us a comment, give us a
it
subscribe,
don't take that long.
repost
They
if you
know
have
that.
to, share. It don't take that long. Share it with your friends, you know. And that being said, that's the end of the episode. Got anything else, shot?
Nah, I just you know love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy, and we got more topics and more discussions coming soon.
For sure, for sure. We don't plan on taking any more extended breaks, you know, it's just circumstances, but we're gonna be
Yes.
back at it very, very soon, dropping consistently as we was before. So yeah, we out of here.
Yeah.